Erik ten Hag has extended his Manchester United contract until June 2026 in a show of support from minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The Dutchman's future as manager looked uncertain at the end of last season after a disappointing campaign when the club finished 8th, their worst performance in the Premier League. United, however, went on to win the FA Cup final against Manchester City, earning a second piece of silverware in 2 years under ten Hag and guaranteeing qualification for the Europa League. That resulted in the club triggering a 1-year extension from his original deal that was due to run until 2025. The extension is a vote of confidence in ten Hag from Ratcliffe, who commissioned a full analysis of United's football department as he looked for improvements. The club spoke to potential replacements, including Thomas Tuchel, but decided to stick with ten Hag, who is looking into refreshing his backroom staff, with the former United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and the Dutch coach René Haak under consideration. I am very pleased to have reached agreement with the club to continue working together. Looking back at the past 2 years, we can reflect with pride on 2 trophies and many examples of progression from where we were when I joined, ten Hag said. However, we must also be clear that there is still lots of hard work ahead to reach the levels expected of Manchester United, which means challenging for English and European titles. In my discussions with the club, we have found complete unity in our vision for reaching those goals, and we are all strongly committed to making that journey together. Ten Hag will be further bolstered by the new football leadership team at Old Trafford. The sporting director, Dan Ashworth, started work this week after arriving from Newcastle, while the technical director, Jason Wilcox, has been in place for a number of months. With 2 trophies in the past 2 seasons, Erik has reinforced his record as one of the most consistently successful coaches in European football, Ashworth said. While the club's review of last season highlighted areas for improvement, it also reached a clear conclusion that Erik was the best partner for us to work with in driving up standards and outcomes. This group of players and staff have already shown they are capable of competing and winning at the top level. Now we need to do it more consistently. With our strengthened football leadership team now in place, we are looking forward to working hand in hand with Erik to achieve our shared ambitions for this football club. Marseille are leading Lazio in the race to sign Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood, according to reports in Italy. The 22-year-old has just spent the season on loan at Getafe, and United are now looking to sell the forward in the summer transfer window. Greenwood has not played for United since he was arrested in January 2022 for attempted rape, controlling behavior, and assault. All charges against Greenwood were dropped in February 2023, and United had considered reintegrating him back into Erik ten Hag's first-team squad before the Premier League club received major backlash over his potential return. Lazio, who failed with a late move to sign Greenwood on loan last summer, have reignited their interest in the forward and have already offered a deal worth €20 million, £16.9 million, plus a 50% sell-on clause, which has been rejected by United as they want a fee closer to £40 million. It's understood that United are keen to offload Greenwood before the players report back to pre-season training on July 8. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Marseille have now overtaken Lazio as they have presented United with a better offer. The report claims that Marseille have great confidence that they will be able to complete a deal for Greenwood. Last month, Marseille appointed Roberto De Zerbi as their new head coach, following his decision to leave Brighton at the end of last season. Greenwood had also attracted strong interest from Juventus, with reports in Italy claiming that the Serie A club had proposed a £40 million deal. However, Juve reconsidered their move after supporters raised concerns over the nature of the forward's arrest 2 years ago. Greenwood scored 8 goals and registered 6 assists in La Liga last season and was named as Getafe's Player of the Season. Manchester United are close to sealing a permanent transfer for striker Mason Greenwood, with League One outfit Marseille very confident they will land the once-capped England international. Man United have spent much of last summer seeking an exit for Greenwood, who was pushed into exile following an internal investigation over his behaviour into his private life. The 22-year-old spent a season at Getafe, and while the La Liga club had indicated that they were confident of landing him on loan for another season, it appears that the forward is set for a different challenge. Delusional Man United, why transfer guru Ashworth's £200 million plan is laughable. With a year left to run on his contract at Man United, the Old Trafford club sought a sale. Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Napoli and Lazio were among the clubs reportedly interested in a permanent move, but Di Marzio indicates that Roberto De Zerbi's Marseille are now closest to completing a move. OM have decided to forcefully enter the race for Manchester United's Mason Greenwood, who spent last season on loan in La Liga at Getafe, Di Marzio reports. The League One club have presented an offer greater than Lazio's, around €20 million, and now have great confidence in the success of the move. Arsenal give Man United a transfer lesson with Calafiori. Earn up to $2.50 per answer. Greenwood's transfer fee revealed. Gazzetta dello Sport claims that Man United want around €40 million for Greenwood, which is likely a price too great for OM, whose record transfer is the deal that saw Vitinha arrive from Braga for €32 million in January 2023. The striker was subsequently sold for just €16 million to Genoa earlier this month after he proved a huge flop. Nevertheless, it appears that the League One side are ready to roll the dice on Greenwood, with the feeling apparently that they can capture well below his true market potential. Greenwood's estimated transfer value, ETV, is exactly €20 million, down from a high of €76.7 million prior to his Man United exile. Manchester United have a number of positions that they want to improve ahead of next season. Erik Ten Hag's side needs some major additions if they are to improve on last season's miserable showing. The Red Devils slumped to 8th in the Premier League. United's major problems appeared to come from their lack of goal-scoring threat. Unfortunately, Ten Hag wants to add a new striker to his ranks. A number of strikers have been linked with a move to Old Trafford. Take a look at all of the latest Red Devils transfer rumours from over the past 24 hours. Red Devils consider Lukaku return. Manchester United are reportedly eyeing a return for former striker Romelu Lukaku should they fail to sign Joshua Zirkzee. The Dutchman has been installed as the Red Devils' preferred candidate for a striker signing. But a deal is difficult. The Red Devils face competition from Arsenal and AC Milan for Zirkzee. And should they fail to sign him, they could turn to a familiar face. According to Calciomercato, Lukaku has been earmarked for a return. The Belgian is fresh off the back of a loan spell with Roma but is still contracted to Chelsea. Lukaku scored 42 goals in 96 appearances for the Red Devils during his first spell at Old Trafford. Crespo gives Zirkzee advice. While the Red Devils are eyeing both Zirkzee and Lukaku, the same could be said of AC Milan. Intriguingly, Hernan Crespo has demanded the Italian giants move for the latter instead, which could leave the door open for Man United to swoop for Zirkzee. Speaking to Gazzetta dello Sport, the former striker said Zirkzee had an excellent season with Bologna, scoring 11 goals. Lukaku wasn't brilliant last season, but if he has the right motivation and if he's well prepared from a physical point of view, he can be a guarantee. Zirkzee is young, how could he cope with the impact at San Siro? Believe me, someone who has experienced that emotion will tell you playing in that stadium is not like playing anywhere else. Lukaku is used to the big stage. For today's Milan, Lukaku is more suitable. United strike £34 million deal. Man United have reportedly agreed to sign defender Miguel Gutierrez from Real Madrid. According to reports in Spain via Express, the Red Devils have agreed to pay the Spanish giants £34 million for the left-back. But they need to wait before a move is formalised. Gutierrez is currently with Girona, and helped the club reach the Champions League last season. Real Madrid retain a £6.7 million buyback clause. They are apparently set to activate that before selling Gutierrez straight on to the Red Devils.